All right. So yesterday was we had a small, I don't know what you would call it, bit of a meltdown, you could say. But yeah, we're back. Gonna do some leaderboards to start as usual here in a second. Uh, so that's the story on that. Try not to go too mental today is the goal, I suppose. So, leaderboards. Yesterday we got, oh, I think it was like 11:20 or something. So do 16 first because that's going to slow down pretty quick at this time of day. Or very soon it will anyway. So, Jack 7 Deuce, Rainbow. King turn. Yep, check the king. Seems reasonable. Call turn, also reasonable. Yeah, not super happy about this, but I think we don't fold. Not overly surprised there. Down here we have a flush draw. And I'm just not going to bluff this fish with the missed flush draw down here. Yeah, up here we'll take the 3-bet. And this stacked pot ratio, what do we want to do? I think we can just shove. And that'll be fine. For here, this guy doesn't really 3-bet. I'm just going to fold. Down here, we'll open this. That king 10 hand, I don't know if I can fold there. Maybe I can. But whatever give ups he has on flop, potentially bluff, turn in river. I think most people wouldn't even ponder that hand. They would just chalk it up to top pair, can't fold, move on to the next hand. Which is probably what I should be doing. Over here we do flop set. 3-bet pot against an understacked player to start the hand. Here there's some action taking place. I'm gonna fold. Yeah, I think just go something like this on turn over here. Down here we cold 4-bet, get this flop. I think the monotone board, we just check a lot of the time. I will bet turn. Well, I know it's variants. It's not. I know that. It's going to be the same on GG eventually. You're going to have all sorts of runs over minor numbers of hands. It's just the mental game that needs to work. The site won't change the site won't change the mental problems. Rake's just too high, so I don't want to make emotionally driven decisions like I sometimes do, or a lot of times do. Yeah, it'll feel manufactured there as well. Once you play enough, you'll see it. You'll say, yeah, it's just the way it is. This game is a lot of weird stuff can happen. I know that logically now, but when you get on tilt, it's easy to become illogical and say, well, it's probably not variance, it's probably some other hidden. When I think in reality, we know it's yeah, it's just easy to run at half your win rate. It just is. It doesn't matter where you play. I don't want to accept that as a. I don't want to accept that as a fact of the matter, but it just is. So all you gotta do is run the sims, and they'll show you. Which I do, which I've done. I'm gonna half pot over here in this 3-bet pot. Get raised. Okay. I don't think we're gonna fold with the ace of hearts. And the overcards. We'll fold turn though, unimproved. Not sure what I expect him to have there. I don't know. Maybe a hand like jacks, tens, maybe even nines if he's really frisky, but there's nothing's gonna be destroyed, I don't think. And if it is off, I mean I'm still making money here, so it's just a matter of getting the rake, getting the chests and everything. Whereas GG doesn't if the rake's too high, that's all there is to it. So I know this takes an hour, this initial part, so we're close to it. So I don't have the timer up yet. I think ace jack suited over here we can probably fold against that guy, even though he is short. And over here we could probably go half pot or small. Let's go half pot this time. Alright. 1380 points on our first go. That's actually pretty high for me. I don't usually get that many. So I mean, you're not going to be playing your best when you're tilted out of your mind either. That's another thing that's another problem. It will affect the old win rate over time. Do I want to call 9-10 suited on? I think we want to play with this guy, this fish here. I'm gonna bet as well this time. Rag does not fold, or knit, whatever. Knit rag, whatever you want to call him. Pretty bad turn overall, I would say. If he checks river, we might bluff and try to get him up with something like ace jack or ace queen, but yeah, we're not going to be doing anything. We're here versus the massive size with ace 9 of clubs. I don't think we can call massive size, especially given he's a little tight. Oh, wrong table down here. We'll just bet against someone who has the wide range. Okay, we get min 3-bet here. Well, it's unusual for a guy who has a full stack anyway. Down here we do flop. Top pair when we ISO this limper, who actually limp folded, which is also unusual. And we get a lead. All right. I think our play is going to be to call. Yeah. Well, I don't think we fold. Top pair, top kicker. However, if the button decides to do something frisky on this turn, we're probably going to have to. Not have much choice in the matter. That's a really bad river. It's one of the main hands we would have been beating here is king queen. He checks. So does he check king queen on river in fear of me having an 8? Could he have some random hands like king 10 or king jack? Does he call river with queen 10 or queen? I think we have to check here. Jack 10. Okay. Over here. I don't love this, but I think ace king suited I typically go with. I shouldn't really worry about these pre-flop scenarios that much. Or as much as I do, just because they are what they are. They're just standard. And it should go eventually it should go both ways. Pre-flop. Cannot win the flip. Running it twice. Had a flush draw on both. I mean, that's not where the money comes from in these games, is pre-flop situations. So we're going to ignore those completely, and I'm just going to go with ace king suited almost always. And there's some unique scenarios where I won't, but I'm going to go with it in most situations. There will be a select couple though where I won't, but they're rare. So we 3-bet this open. Down here we got this. I'm just gonna raise flop with tens here. I'm gonna check the ace jack, I think, on the other table, because I don't really know what this means. I want to say it's a lot of just like pocket pairs that are a lot of just like nines, tens. We have a jack, which blocks jacks, which isn't necessarily a good thing. Could still have ace queen, I guess. Just be scared. I think we go small and try and get called by some of these pocket pairs. Get raised on river. I just don't see this as being a bluff, so we'll fold. Up here. We'll do this. And I've been asking myself this question. And Phil Gelfond put it quite simply. How do you beat people who are running better than you? How do you beat how do you beat these fish who just have it all the time? And the simple answer is, you don't. That's as simple as that. You just don't. You just don't. You just have to wait until things smooth, things even out a bit. But it's as simple as that. Like that spot I just had with the ace jack, somehow somehow he has a better hand than me. It doesn't matter how. It's just the fact of it is we're beat, and maybe he just had a better ace. Maybe he had ace queen. I don't know. Possibility, but it doesn't really matter. You're just not going to beat them. So you don't even have to worry about it, really. Because you're not supposed to win when you run bad or when they run hot. It's kind of the point of the game, or part of the game. Not the point of the game, but it's part of it. Ace queen suited down here. We will call this time. Flop a flush draw. Over here we got top. Well, we had top pair. Hands over now. Do we ever raise ace queen? Try and take him off ace king? We'll go for the call. 5 of clubs. 5 of clubs. I mean, yeah, I think when the club turns, we're going to be calling again. Because he could just have something like king queen of clubs, or king jack of clubs, or king 10 of clubs, or 9-10 of clubs, or ace x of clubs, or anything. So, not bluffing river though. Same hand. Chop it up. See, I've been thinking about it the wrong way. I've been thinking, how do you beat people who run good? How do you win when you're not running well? How do you win when the coolers are against you? What can you do? You can't. You gotta accept that. And take it. Yep. It's just the way it is. Part of the experience. Ace is down here. Ace queen suited over here. We could probably 4-bet this, but we'll call. Flop flush draw again and get the same player. 4-bet the aces down here this time. And over here we got this. We're going to call again. kings down here. We're gonna 3-bet. We got to fold on our. I'm gonna go with like a middle-sized bet over here, I guess. Something like that. No action with the nuts is always a little bit sad, but that particular combo is gonna get less action, I think, when you block. I guess we blocked king queen there, do we not? Maybe we didn't. No, so that one's. I guess you do block king queen in this from those positions with any queen really. So we're here. We get our first 4 straights, and I think we just block river. Do this. Try to get called by something. We do get called by something. Not going to make the leaderboard today, but that's alright. We do it anyway. Flop trip kings and a 3-bet pot down here. Over here, I'm just going to call flop. I don't want to get shoved on by this guy. And here we're going to call. Deuce of clubs turn. We'll bet turn up here as well. Once check 2. Down here, we're going to call again. It's a good river. Well, you're not winning this hand. And by your, I mean him. Just a question of whether you put it in. He does put it in. Bit of a cooler. We'll take it though. We'll take it. And we're done the leaderboard there. Ace 5. Should I bluff up here? I don't know. Maybe I should. But we do beat a lot of hands like that still. So that's that one done. We're not going to be in the top 20 though on that leaderboard today. So not quite. We'll be in the actually we're in 100, actually not even close. We're 103rd place. You need, I don't know what you need. You need 1500s I think to get in, somewhere in the 1500s to get on the 16 and L1. But we did the 16 and L1, completed it. Not going to look at results. Don't care. Try to avoid that. But, yep. So we'll go to 5 and L next. Whoops. Alright, so down to 5-L we go. More leaderboard action. We do turn a king over here. Gonna check. Deuce is down here. We just bet. Try and get the wide range to fold, basically. Check and turn. Up here, call and turn. And not going to call with deuces down here. Not really yeah, we don't have to do that. Over here, we're just folding, gave up on flop. Try to focus on the plays rather than how the boards run off and how everything kind of, I mean, that's something that, only thing that matters on the runoff is how you play your hand, really. The rest doesn't really matter. We'll call here this time. Ace 10 suited. Over here, I just don't expect ace high to fold, so I'm not gonna bluff. Like, I think maybe that one does. I don't know. Back over here, ace high. I don't see us doing anything other than checking. Checking. They're probably not gonna win very often at showdown. He's gonna have ace jack, ace queen a lot, and like nines through queens. But yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna be giving up with ace 10, I think. Pocket eights. I guess we just fold with no heart. Maybe even with a heart. Try and keep your rational mind alive instead of going to instead of going insane, basically. And it's all self-inflicted mostly. I mean, run bad is real, but it's just a part of the thing, you know? It's just the way it is. Ace 9 suited. Should we call here? I don't think so. I mean, it's pretty small. I'm going to fold. Up here, I'm going to call one big blind. Down here, I'm going to bet small. Over here, let's just bet. I'm not sure about this, but down here we get raised. I'm going to peel with the ace of clubs. And the gut shot and the overcard. And we'll be forced to fold this turn. Oh, forgot to look at forgot to bring this up. Not sure up here what to do, but I'm going to start with a bet. We'll go half pot. Down here with ace jack. We'll bet small. Things will work out just fine if you're able to do not, I don't even know what I just said. I was trying to read something at the same time and forgot. Yeah, things will work out just fine if you're not, if you maintain your mental, if you're not going mental, basically. Down here we have an easy fold. When will they work out? It'll just be fine. It will. If you could play the hours you set, play them, and not worry too much about anything else, it would be fine. It just would. Over here. Let's do this. Up here, we bet flop. Do we want to bet turn with no clubs? I guess we can sometimes bet this hand. Snap call, it was very quick. Yeah, maybe this isn't a great barrel. But I'm not gonna bluff river. Too quick of a call on turn. It's just gonna be what he had. But I think turn we can make him fold maybe a hand similar to ours, like a Jack 10. That would bluff us later, or Jack Queen, or maybe he folds a king sometimes, or a 9, or whatever else. So checking here. A small bet turn now. Double block, just block, try and get called by 7s or 8s or 6s or 5s or any of these hands. Maybe I can go a little bigger than block though, but I think block because he could still have a jack here. Play it this way. And he had, what did he have? King Queen, so he called with King High. If that is, now it's not set up, but he did call with King High anyway. So down here we got this guy, looks like he's 3-betting every hand. We'll go ahead and call this time with ace 10 suited. That's a good flop. We'll call. Call again. I think it's going to be the play. And shove river. Let's check too. So, I mean, he could have something like ace king with the king of spades, I guess. But, yeah, looks like maybe that's what it was. Bet again here. And probably have to check river. It's a pretty bad river. It's like probably the worst. Ace 10, ace jack is going to be a thing. Probably got the same hand a lot as well, but or ace king that does not 3-bet for whatever reason. Just nitty, I guess. Standard. Down here. Just going to bet again. Try to get some floats to fold that, I mean, maybe something like King Jack or Jack Queen or even Jack 10 or something. There'll be a lot of that stuff, I think. Blind on blind. Well, I think we're just going to fold Jack 3. We get the pot size there. Over here we got this. We'll bet again. We could even overbet maybe. But I don't like it as much from these positions, I don't think. When he can still have ace king sometimes. I mean, he never has aces and kings, but he can still sometimes have ace king, or he's supposed to be able to. Whether he can or not is a different story. Standard 3-bet. Here we get overcalled. With sevens, we'll be calling once he overcalls for sure. Do not flop set. Nothing more in that hand for us. Yeah, so it's really how much of the win rate comes from a mental being mentally alert, being mentally not only not tilted but actually mentally alert in terms of fatigue and all these things. How much win rate does that account for, I wonder? I have a feeling it's a lot more than I think. I honestly think I'm going to check here. If I had kings or queens, I probably want to check. If I had something like ace-5 suited, I probably want to check. And this is a pretty good board for a lot of his hands. Like, he's going to have king-queen and ace-jack and ace-10 suited and all these things. But, get the royal draw coming in. And he has a straight flush. Okay. That's a bit of a cooler, I would say. We'll have pot over here. Yeah, that one's a little cooler-esque. Cooler-esque. But I mean that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. It's kind of a cool hand, really, in a way. Don't like that one though. That's a good one. I mean, we block. We also block the royal, I guess. In that hand, like he queen can't have ace queen of diamonds. We lose to one combo of hands. Queen nine of diamonds. Welcome back to stars, I guess. This is such a small brick in the road, though. These day-to-day sessions are they're not meaningless. They're meaningless in the result. They're meaningless in how you run. They're meaningless in just nothing ever matters in this game. It's weird. 9 deuce. I think I'll just fold to the pot size bet. I don't know. Maybe I should call there. I don't like it. I got a bunch of 9x that are way better than that. I've got some jacks. The whole thing. So I don't know, man. Pocket 8's up here. I'm gonna check. This guy is super nitty. This guy here is 19-4. So I mean he's probably got overpairs here to the 8s. Probably got, yeah, who knows? I'm just gonna fold. 3's up here. I guess we bet this sometimes, check this sometimes. I don't know. I'll bet it this time. 9 turn. Yeah. Just giving up, I guess. 9 river. We'll take the showdown. And we beat that hand. 10's over here. We ISO'd a limp. Just checking down, hoping he has some sort of pocket pair lower than 10's. Looks like he did. He had 3's. That's pocket pair lower than 10's. Flop a setup here. Against 2 fish, I think we can just go big, and I don't think we have to do anything too fancy. Get a couple of turbo folds though. Unfortunately. Just gonna fold 6s over here against this guy. He's just not 3-betting much so far. Lap 5 on our last lap of 5-L. Not looking good. 5-L one's tough. They're all tough, I guess, but the 5-L one in particular we've not done very well on so far. So I'm gonna give it some time though before I quit doing it. I think over here we'll just start betting this time. Jack 10 with a spade seems like a pretty reasonable one to start betting with. Could 4-bet this ace jack. Actually, I think we will down here. Against this guy. Not a big sample of hands, but it's fine as a 4-bet anyway. Unless he's like a super nit, then it's not fine. But we don't have enough information on him to say either way what he is. So 5-L done. Now we go to 10. Alright, onward, upward. 10 and L next. Like, I think I needed this. I think I needed this meltdown. I think I needed this. Needed this, I needed this meltdown, I think, just to reset the whole... Just to reset the whole thing. Sometimes, I guess that's what you need. 9-10 suited down here. We'll just go for the small bet and give up. Future streets. Seems alright. Well, so many players left because the games are harder than they ever have been. The game, I mean, that's no... They're still soft at the stakes I'm playing, but the game, there's still a lot of regulars who aren't that bad. And the rake is lower on stars, but that doesn't mean that the rake is low by any means. It's still high. It's just lower than other places. So it's hard to beat the rake. Some of them, admittedly, have streaming deals with GG, so they get paid to stream. That would be probably a big factor in it. They get paid to play there, basically. Well, if they stream it, they do. Same with ACR, the Stormers thing they got going on over there. Bet again down here. Like, is this? I think so. Bordering on thin though, I think. Maybe not. 3 high. Yeah. We'll block the 3 high. We'll block our 10 high down here as well. Snap up by a 9. That's fine. I think we just have to bet that. I don't think we have too much other option. Yeah, so the ACR guys make a lot of money just streaming ACR from the site. They're part of the Stormers, so that would be part of it. And then the one guy who's doing GG, he can't play on stars because they won't let him deposit enough to move over there to do with the UK regulation or whatever. The way they got it set up now, proof of income and all that jazz. Save people from themselves, basically. So there's there's a mixed. Some get the 10% on stars and feel it's not worth it. GG games are softer, apparently. So there's reasons other than riggery. There are. Plenty of people still play on stars, though. Like, there's plenty of... They just don't really stream. There's plenty of regulars that still play that haven't moved. Down here, 3-bet. We'll call this time. We roll 95. Ace King does just call sometimes. Over here we got aces. We'll do that. Ace King down here, no diamond. We're still gonna peel flop. Over here with aces, we plot this. I think we'll do small bet on flop. Ace king, we're gonna have to fold over here. Ace is down here. I guess we check this turn. Jam river. And running the quads. Alright, that's unfortunate. I will say that's unfortunate. That's not something you'll see too often. But again, it will happen sometimes. I'm gonna show Mike that one too. That's 2 in a row we've lost with full house, or 2 pretty quickly. Where we've lost to top full house to quads and top full house to straight flush, all within a bit of 15-minute period. It's unusual. It's alright though. It tends to happen sometimes. And if it is rigged and I'm totally wrong, like that it's not variance, then I guess we'll see eventually. We're here with ace 10. I think having the ace of spades is not very good. And the diamond is also not great. I'm going to give up this time with the ace of spades. He would have folded that one though. I think having the ace of spades is not good there. What about down here though? King Jack, I'm just going to fold. Not supposed to, but I think we will. I don't think I'm supposed to, but do people overbluff that spot or underbluff it? I'm not 100% sure. That was a couple of nice ones. Lap we on lap 3. Queen 7 over here. We're going to start with a call. We do not improve on turn. We won't bet. We won't bet either. King River, not ideal. Some things we were beating, we now lose to. King, Queen, King, Jack, Jack, Queen, all these hands. Even just a random, like, King 5 that was given up, we lose to that now, so. Fold River. Here, we flop second pair. We'll check it this time. Check and call. Down here we 3-bet. Get this board. We do double block the queen, which I guess is nice. So we will be betting again, I think. Heart river, not ideal. I think for ace jack, no heart. We're going to be giving up with this one. So. And nines might have folded. Nines might have folded. Nines may have folded. I don't know. Nines no heart. May or may not fold. We don't know. I think the heart's pretty bad though. Up here, we're going to have to raise this. Diamond turn. Let's do this size. 10 river, pretty bad river. Guess we fold now. Yeah, I don't see us calling here. Here we got kings. We just bet 3 times, essentially, is what's happened here. We get a fold. So we're not running well, but it's what it is. We I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's just variance. It's every spot is terrible, and that's just the way it is. We just gotta wait it out. That's my plan, is to ride it out. It'll end eventually. It'll get better someday. What won't get better though is if you tilt every day. That won't help anything. So try not to do that. Try not to do that. We're here. This is just an odd spot where you don't see a lot of bluffs, but with King 10 specifically, I'm going to call. Bad river. Whatever, say like ace 7 of spades or whatever gets there. So we'll be folding river. I can't think of a hand that he would play that way that wants to bet that river that is a bluff. He had jack 7, so he had nothing. He had a gut shot on turn, I guess. I'm gonna bet over here with our gutter and flush draw into 2 people. And the good part about betting this is now we get a cheap turn. We can just check and see the river. Which we will bet. Over here with 9s, we just got a 3 street spot, I think. And Is this just a 10? Why wouldn't you shove a 10 though? Could be jacks. Could be jacks. Don't think it's blocked very often. We don't block the 9-10 suited either. Yeah, I'm gonna fold. Nines is the worst hand probably I have there, so for value. So we'll fold. I don't think that's bluff, and I don't think it's worst hand for value, so he'd have to be messing around with like pocket eights exactly or something. And I just don't think that happens. I think he just calls with pocket eights. He's not gonna raise. So over here we have a pretty good bluffing hand over here. We'll do it. Let's go with something like that. We do get a fold down here. We'll go half pot. Turn a queen. Let's go half pot again. Heart is not ideal. We're done with our leaderboard though. Gonna check river. I don't see, like, he could have pocket eights. Could have some flushes. Could even still have a 5. Same hand. Alright. Same hand. 10 and L's done. So that's it for the leaderboard, I guess. So we'll put our hours up to 91.5. 91.5. There we go. We're done with the leaderboard. Well, we got the 25 and L1 left, but that will just happen through playing, so yeah. Yeah, alright, we'll start on that now. Alright, so we'll do the leaderboard at 25 now, then we'll break for a bit. Not too long, and then we'll be back for more hours. Right off the bat, though, we'll get kings on an ace high board. Alright. We could bet. We could check. We'll bet this time when it's a low roll, but we're going to do both, I think. Bet and check. Deuce on turn. We're going to be checking now. I'll just try and take the showdown here. Guess he had jacks or nines or something. He had queens. Okay. That's good to know. Get our leaderboard up. See how that's going. I think ace 5 down here we start bluffing now. Like this. King 9 will bet again down here. Get the fold. Very nice. Very nice. Still on the backward schedule though. That somehow needs to be fixed. I'm not sure how we're going to pull that off either, but there's no other way to get to the long term but sit here and play the hands. The hands don't play themselves, unfortunately. There's only one way to get there. Three bet down here this time with king 6. Get a fold. All right. 1,100 points on our first run. Not great. Gonna check jack queen up here this time. And we'll bet turn. And we'll bet river. Down here we'll bet. Hopefully not get jammed on. Bet again. Check river. Not a very good bluff catcher given we have the jack of clubs. It's kind of hard. Unless he's just betting like a 6 for no reason, we just never win here, I don't think. So I'll fold. He could be doing that though. Like I think it's possible that he just bets Bets a 6 for no reason. I mean, it's possible. So maybe we should call, but... I think we could check raise this one sometimes. This mess up here. I'm gonna fold. I don't know. It's kind of a weird spot that doesn't exist, theoretically. We would have turned a set, though. Are we happy, though? King, queen is out there. 8-9 is definitely out there. All players could have any of those holdings. Kings, so it was correct fold. A correct fold. Even though we would have won that time. What did the other guy have? The other guy had Jack-9, so he's a fish of some sort as well. 9's down here with no club. What do we do? Maybe do both. I'm going to check this time, I think. Jack of spades turn. I'll check again. 9 river. Yeah, just call. Maybe could have raised. Still a little scared that people just have the nuts. It'll take a while to get over that, probably. Yeah, but that's the spot there, though. I mean, he has every 7-8. He has potentially king queen still. He has some flushes still. He has, you know, those are the hands we lose to. Down here, though, I'm going to bet this instead of check against a lot of these fish. I think we can just do whatever we want. So we will do that. We'll bet when we have it. Check. Well, bet when we don't have it too, but we'll do whatever we want, really. Threes with a club over here. We check call flop. We get the counterfeit. I think we have to bet this one. This would be one of our first bluffing hands. And here we get this board. I'm just going to half pot it this time. Get a fold. 7's on top right, top left rather. Gonna try and show it down, even though I don't think we win very much when this line occurs. Not that surprising. I think 7's is too good though. I think still. Lap 4 here. Seems like a good hand to check. I mean, yeah, seems like a check. Middling cards like, or yeah, Broadway cards like that are not ideal because you expect him to have something like a lot of pocket pairs and a lot of just jack queens and king queens and king jacks and stuff like that. Ace jack, stuff like that. We're calling no, clearly. I think river will be a just call as well. Not going to raise, even though this player may be loose enough to have every ace X in the deck for all I know. So we will bet. I'm gonna fold. Up here with pocket fives. I don't think we barrel this. I think we just beat some of the ace high floats like ace jack, ace queen, ace 10, ace deuce, ace 4 suited, stuff like that. So I don't think we bet this. I don't know if we call river or not against a bet though. Blocking ace 5 suited probably not ideal for calling river, but we do block 5-3, which is good for calling river, so I don't know. And he did have one of the ace highs, ace 10. Leaderboard's not looking great. Not looking great. But what else is new? That's never looking that good. Wonder how long these new batch of regulars are going to last before they disappear. The Boris and the Sonam. Sonam, whatever. They cycle in and out. I see that anti-GTO character is back, which is kind of funny. I don't think he's streaming anymore, though. I think he's just back playing again. Down here, we'll go half pot. Two-thirds on turn, something like that. Here, we're 4-betting this time. You gotta fold down here. Up here, we've got this. Gonna check again. Here, we got shoved on. Do not make the flush on river here. Gonna check again. Down here. Actually, I don't know if this hand is a great barreling hand, to be honest. I'm gonna check. Yeah, not gonna bluff. King 10. Alright. I thought we were blocking that more so than blocking the ace. Those type of hands more so than blocking the ace, but I mean the ultimate goal is to get off the internet. That's the ultimate goal, is to get there. But for right now, I'm gonna play worry-free internet poker on PokerStars against these people. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, we fold the ace 3. Down here, ace nine of hearts. I mean, we block hearts obviously, but we also are we're still ahead of some of the other draws like king jack, jack nine, which I guess we block as well, but ahead of some of those. We weren't ahead of that. That's a very odd lead. Very odd lead. Here we call flop, call turn. Folding this river. A lot of the bluffs just get there. Like, we block something like 9, 10, 10, 8, and king, queen, queen 10. I don't think do this, so yeah, it's folded river. Unhappily, but folded nonetheless. So there's the leaderboard done. We didn't get anything on the leaderboard today, but that's alright. I think we played okay. That should be all that matters. So we got another 15 minutes. That puts us at 91.75. Yeah, nothing. Nothing on the leaderboard today. So anyway, I'll be back.